me, Andre.
And I'm Ariel.
There you go. Today we're going to be doing a quick review of WWE Money in the Bank 2023.
2023 Money in the Bank.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. I don't want to be too long for these guys. Most of them don't watch wrestling.
Yeah, it's going to be a different format, not the pros cons. We're just going to talk about the matches.
It's still going to get an RN rating.
Yeah, we'll give it an RN rating at the end.
There you go. Okay, so let's start off with the pros, man. First match.
Match one. I didn't split mine into pros cons. I'm just going to talk about them.
Okay, we can do it that way. Change up format. You know, acknowledge me. We do what we want.
So match one was a men's ladder match. With 7 people involved.
The Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Right,
ladder match. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to, I mean, hey man, what stood out for you?
I mean, what stood out for me was actually Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, Shinsuke got a lot of love in this one.
Yeah, this Asian nigga like made you forget that he was old. Like, I'm getting in this match. You're gonna remember me. They didn't cancel my contract.
Yeah,
that's what they did.
I seen him on Instagram. He's training like jiu-jitsu, doing all this stuff.
Yeah,
he's still
back.
out there. He's still...
Yeah, because he took all this time off. People forgot about him, but he came out. I was the guy to say L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Man,
L.A. Knight is over.
He is over. He got the loudest ovation of the night. Just constantly. Well, maybe not the night, but of that match.
Of the match, yeah. Of the night, there's a lot of good things that happened.
We'll get to that. But yeah, he got so L.A. Knight, who was just simply over. He had some good spots, made you think he was going to win. I knew he wasn't going to win because he's the people's choice, and WWE never.
I mean, watching that match, it was really between him and Priest.
Yep,
it had to be one of those two.
I was like, Priest is like backstage from what he did with Bad Bunny, and everything at the last pay per view, which was cool. He was a real professional, so that was good. So I mean, Logan Paul, that nigga almost died.
Logan Paul.
You know, if you can find that clip, add that in.
I liked Logan Paul. Like they were giving the fans what they wanted, man. It was just like a tribute to the fans. When Logan Paul was in there, everybody knows that he's not a full-time wrestler. So they did a lot of different spots where they were just kind of like all ganging up on him.
Oh yeah, they were giving him boots and everything.
It was funny. It was really good. And then that Spanish fly through the table, man. I think it was a Spanish fly.
It was a botch.
It was a botch. They made it work.
I can't do it. Yeah,
they made it work.
They fell from the ladder onto the top rope.
Yeah,
and then they were going to jump through a table with Spanish fly, but the footing, Logan Paul's footing was and he went to the second rope and he
totally ate
Ricochet and everything was just like, fuck it, we're doing this. Yeah, and he just took him for the ride, and that's where he almost broke his neck. But I gotta say, great crowd reaction. London.
The crowd in London, it's we got to do better.
Yeah,
we got to do better in the
States.
States.
To the States
because these international crowds have been killing it the past couple.
I do understand because, like I said, they don't always go there.
They don't always get it, so we always. But yeah, I mean, there's some cities that you go to that you're always going to get a good crowd.
Yeah.
But I mean,
good wrestling.
It when you're watching at home, it makes it better when the crowd is really, really into it.
Yeah.
And when things are happening, like they reacted accordingly, I think.
Yeah, and then Damian Priest was the winner. He took it all home.
Damian Priest.
He was a good pick. I like him.
It's good that he has the Money in the Bank. It's gonna propel his career a little bit more.
Exactly. Which they need to make new people. You can't just keep bringing out old people or bringing The Rock back and maybe coming, maybe not, and that's the little thing. It's like, okay, whatever. So
cool.
What's the next match?
The next match was the women's tag team championship. Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, and Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. So this was kind of a snooze fest at first.
I couldn't give a lesser fuck of this match.
Yeah, it was okay. I like Raquel and I like Liv.
Raquel's like a back and a smile. Like she got good back muscles.
Yeah,
and that's what she got. And I feel like they want to make Liv Morgan like the new Trish Stratus, like a hot girl that turns into a wrestler.
Right.
But I still just don't buy it because she's like 5'1".
Yeah, a lot of the women in WWE are small like that, small stature.
But they can go like like in the next. We'll talk about that in the women's Money in the Bank match. But this one,
hated it.
I didn't care. One way the wrestling was like okay, and it was like whatever. But the shocker was that Shayna Baszler turned on Ronda Rousey.
turned on
right in the middle
out
of
of
the match.
nowhere.
Out of
too.
nowhere. No
This
reason.
was there was no
Just
like build up to it. It was
Nope,
just
nope.
it just happened.
And I feel like you need that sometimes.
Yeah,
To keep the
no,
shock
it was
value.
good. It was good because that match was kind of like, oh man, here we go.
This
is what this is gonna be like
this
now.
is the bathroom.
And
then
then it turned it around, and then
because there was no way they were gonna win.
Couple good things about that though is they kind of preserve Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler because they didn't lose. You know, they turned on each other,
and that's why.
And then Liv or I forget if it was Liv or Raquel, but they pinned Ronda Rousey. Liv pinned Ronda Rousey, but for that reason, so they kind of preserved. They're still like badasses.
Yeah.
But the other people, you know, it's a good way of getting the title up.
Yeah, because no one was going to beat that team.
Exactly.
It's just like it's like kind of like the Undertaker and Kane. Right. Something has to happen, some outside factor. So her turning on Ronda, Shayna, was the best way to do it. So now they can have a singles little run of MMA friends, the foes.
But now, that's build up to the next pay per view against those two. Okay,
that's about it. And next we have the Intercontinental match.
Matt Riddle versus Gunther.
Gunther, I like Gunther, man.
I like Gunther too.
He is a beast.
Matt Riddle, I'm not a fan. Put some shoes on.
I do not like the toes out. I don't like when you get your toes and everything.
I do like that all his moves have like grow in it.
Yeah, that's funny. Because I do that with Dre.
Yeah,
I put Dre in everything. You know, I need to be in everything. You know, but the toes out. I'm like, you know, you walk in that bathroom, people piss on the floor, bro. And he's walking with your toes out.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the toes.
Not sanitary.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
In wrestling right now, does Gunther have the best chops?
He has the best chop. I mean, I
was thinking. Watching this match, I'm like, man, I don't know if anybody's beating Gunther because when he chops you, you hear it.
I actually like his chop better than the Big Show's back in the day. He had that one put you in the corner.
Yeah, the Big Show had that one hitter quitter chop.
Yeah. But Gunther, when he had him in on the ground, Matt Riddle's ankle was hurt. He started slapping the toes because his ankles were hurt. But
he was slapping the bottom of the feet. Yeah,
and then he put him in a submission and he tapped. I was like, that is clever.
Gunther that was good.
Will slap the dog shit out of you, and I love it. I'm here for it. But he won, retained the Intercontinental.
Gunther took that one. Yeah, and you know, I didn't see Matt winning.
I don't like the bro. Whoa, what's up, my man? Whoa, like I don't like the California surfer voice kind of thing. It's not hitting. But we had the surprise return. Remember? Tell them about that. You remember who came out? It was McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Yeah,
he came back.
Came out at the end.
He's had some contract issues behind the scenes. They didn't want to pay him what he thought he should get. He was sick for a while and all this. So he's never beaten Gunther for like anything, right? Like,
I think this was the perfect time for him to come back. Because Gunther beat him in the last one with the triple threat.
Gunther at WrestleMania. That's the last time
yeah.
So it was good to see him back.
He came back in the UK crowd. That was
big pop.
They did a lot of things right in this paper. In this,
I
don't know. Do I call it a pay per view? I'm gonna just keep calling it a pay per view,
even
though it's on Peacock.
Premium
live event.
It's easier.
I'm gonna say pay per view.
Yeah, we know what it is.
So next match, Cody and Dom. Cody and Dominic Mysterio. Good match.
Yeah, it was.
Cody carried.
Cody
carried the match. I don't think Dominic is ready for that yet.
Mommy was out there.
Mommy in.
Yeah, and she kind of did her interference thing. That's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
And everything. And so she was out there doing it. I liked her hairstyle. She was looking like extra punk with her little streets and everything. I love little streets in my women. And
I will say though, Dominic plays the heel pretty well.
A perfect heel. And
blowing kisses at people and stuff like that. Like he does it right. Yeah. And Cody right now has ultimate face.
Yeah, he's a squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean face.
I'm glad he did take off that broken arm brace. Like I hate the faking like your arm's broken. That's a tale as old as time. All right, so now after that match, which Cody won, by the way, clean. We had John Cena's return out of nowhere.
Just was not expecting that.
Just a good John Cena promo, giving the London crowd some praise and everything.
Giving them praise, saying that they need a WrestleMania. And based off of this, I agree. I agree. I think they do. I think they do need it.
And then who was that?
Grayson Waller.
That guy.
Grayson Waller too.
Yeah, he's
I'm a fan of Grayson Waller. I think he's good.
He's the Aussie icon.
Aussie icon.
And I like that. He came out there to shit on the crowd, say WrestleMania needs to be in Australia, and then Cena let him get his spiel in. He attacked Cena when Cena was trying to leave, and of course got the AA. So that was just a crowd pleasing.
Good crowd pleasing moment. Probably just buy time to make the show go a little bit longer.
Right.
But yeah.
Women's match.
Next match, women's ladder match.
I got it right that time.
Six women in the match.
What was it?
Becky did the Siren cosplay from the X-Men.
Oh yeah, that was good. I forgot to mention that Ronda Rousey was matching Vegeta.
Yeah, the Vegeta
she did
cosplay.
Dragon Ball
hey, I like it. I like when they any wrestler does the cosplay like that. Yeah. It gives just
gives them personality. Women's ladder match had Io Shirai, Zoe
Stark, Trish Stratus, Bayley,
and Becky Lynch, and Io Scott. Did I say Io first?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Io.
There were 6 of them.
Yeah. She has the moves of the heaven. She's always jumping off shit. She flies.
Yeah, and it's graceful too. It looks like she belongs in the air.
Yeah, not a problem. Everything. So it was a lot of back and forth. This is actually a good standard women's match. My money was on Io or Trish.
I thought it was Bayley or Becky. I thought it was that they were just gonna go back to that. I didn't think Trish.
You're right. That is a go-to, but I just know that I don't think Vince is feeling Bayley. He's taking her out of a lot.
Man, I'm a Bayley guy.
Yeah, I think he thinks she's like the plumpness is just too much plump.
I mean, they're not going to win them all, Vince. They're not going to be all blonde and.
Yeah, and I just think he's not feeling it. Yeah. But Io is a Triple H talent.
And yeah.
So I was like, she's been getting over and over on these Raws and SmackDowns. So
I think they chose the right winner.
Yeah,
they chose the right winner, and the way that she won was really good too.
She how she won.
So they have the ladder set up. Becky had handcuffs put on her, only on one wrist earlier in the match. Her and Bayley are going up the ladder. They're trying to, see who's going to win.
Bayley had sold out Io first. Remember?
Bayley sold out Io.
Io was about to grab it, and Bayley
pushed the ladder.
Yeah.
Their team, Damage Control.
Yep.
So ladder set up again. They're one of them's on each side, climbing the rungs. Io comes in the middle, grabs Bayley's hands. They handcuff them to each other so they can't climb. And then Io gets on top of Bayley's back.
Climbs over.
He climbs over Bayley. It was really funny. It was good. It was a good way to end that match. Stands up there. She kind of straddles the top of the ladder and pulls the Money in the Bank briefcase down. Excellent win. The crowd loved it. It was a surprise. I didn't have. If I was a bet man, I wouldn't have bet on Io. But I'm glad she won.
I would have, but I was glad she won, and it was a clever way that we haven't seen before.
Yep. Yeah, man, they did a lot of things right in this.
Yeah. Well, next World Heavyweight Championship match.
I didn't think they did a lot of this.
Like that one.
I didn't like this one, and I like Finn. Seth, I'm okay.
Yeah, Seth.
I do like Finn Balor. He's definitely one of my top.
Seth, he's good, and then sometimes I think he's a bit overrated or not overrated.
Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's just like
his character work is. I'm not a fan.
And then like a lot of the behind the scenes lightweight bitching and everything when he doesn't get his way. Yeah. I understand he hasn't had a world title like 4.5 years or so I get it. I get why he won, but at the same time, he really shits on a lot of people about their spot on the card. I'm like, you can wrestle, you can go, but you don't get to be in first place all the time.
I wonder is he like selling like even close to like Roman? Or
no.
Even Moxley on AEW. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's the guys that are selling, or the girls, whoever, like the talent that's selling the most stuff, that has the most pull with the crowd. And Seth just kind of doesn't seem like he's that guy.
No, not at all.
At least not anymore. Like before, I could have made an argument for it, but now I don't see it.
No, not at all. So, yeah, Seth and Finn Balor went at it for the world title. It was an okay match and everything. Like Damian Priest, who won the Money in Bank. The Money in Bank allows you to cash in for a world title, any title actually that you want anytime. So he walks out because he's on Finn Balor's stable. He's on his team kind of thing. They're a group or whatever. So you think that he might come out there, let Finn beat up Seth, and then he'll cash in and just win the title. But he was kind of out there to just, like, I guess, play mind games. But he ended up fucking Finn.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason. He just stood up and like, I got this briefcase.
Yeah,
And Finn was like, "What are you doing?"
I didn't like how any of that happened.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that Seth was going to win.
Yeah.
Seth won.
He did. And then they have that little dissension between Finn and Damien. So you never know when they're going to break up. But it's going to happen because they want Damien to kind of be a face. Yeah. And face is a good guy. Heel is bad.
I don't know. This wasn't definitely wasn't a show stealer. Probably out of the 7 matches, it was probably like the 6th best. I didn't.
The
compared to
tag team was the worst.
Women's tag team was probably last, and then this one was right
I get
above that.
I agree. Oh no, I might put the Dominique match there because I like Cody, but at the same time, I just get.
I would
tired
put that
of
5.
The mommy, Rhea in the way.
The thing is that Cody did all his moves. He carried the match. Like it was good.
Yeah. Now you get to the main event with my boy.
The main event. This was a main event.
This was
the main event.
It's been a while since I've been like pumped for a main event like this, and I thought it was stupid. Roman Reigns versus the Usos, his cousins, and they were talking about this was the Civil War, the Bloodline. That's their group staple name.
Civil War
broke up, and
it's one of the like for this and the last couple of like pay-per-views that I've watched or we've watched, whatever the case. The main event kind of is just like stale compared to the other matches. The crowd loses steam. And they don't get it back in the main event. It's just
this one wasn't
just like a big names going at it, and this one
pay per view wasn't that long. Like it went 3.5 hours, but usually it would be 4 and 5, and you're just drained. Even at home, I'm like, all right, man.
It's like all right, man. I'm ready for something else.
Yeah,
like they're on a movie or something.
So,
but yeah, no, this I mean,
this had the emotions. This had the stakes, the selling, like the freaking facial expressions.
Yeah.
You couldn't beat this. I was like. You really thought that like Roman was being an egotistical jerk, which relates to me. That's why I love this guy so much because I'm the video game god of my group. They know it.
I didn't. I'm not.
All right. So it was just one of those things that I freaking love.
The crowd was into it. They had like that's one thing too to bring up about the crowd. I love like. When you watch anything from like the UK, they have a chant for everything, and they just probably created up on the spot.
On the spot.
I wrote it down because I wanted to remember. It says, "If you hate Roman, stand up." They were chanting, "If you hate Roman, stand up" for like 2 minutes, and they were all standing up. And
everybody was standing up.
Roman on the apron was like engaging with the crowd, telling them to sit down and point.
You over
there. That's funny. That's good. That's good TV.
Yes, it is. That's what I think it was missing. Good interaction, good storytelling. I mean, the Usos prove why they're one of the best tag teams.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Uso haters out there, but they're one of the best. Like this proved it. They're one of the best. They carried. They kept their end of the bargain up in this match.
Yeah, Solo.
Solo did his
thing.
Brother.
He did his thing, and the Usos actually pulled it off.
Usos won. Pin Roman Reigns. So they said it was like since December of 2019 was the last time he was pinned.
1,247 days or something, and he finally got the pin. I understand. It was a good story. He needed to get pinned because it wasn't a title match, but he puts over his cousins as being badass and everything, and good wrestlers that can hang with them and everything. So it was really great. I really thought that was a solid win, and just it builds the story because now he's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
He's sitting outside the ring.
There's still more to come. It's not over.
Yeah, you can get more juice out of the storyline. I think so. Yeah. That's our review. Let's see.
So you want to go
RN rating?
Go with yours first.
Okay, RN rating. It's RN for you guys that don't know. It means real nice, real nice review.
Real nice review.
This one was real nice, so I give it a real nice review of 8.5. I think this was a solid pay-per-view. You should watch it if you're into wrestling. If you're not, get into wrestling. Something to do. Shut
up. So I'm stuck in between 8 and 8.5, but I'm gonna go with 8.5 because it's really solid. With those 2 matches that I wasn't a fan of, but the turn on the second match kind of really put it over with the tag team. Shayna Baszler turning on Ronda. It just came out of nowhere. It was a very good surprise.
You need surprises every
Yeah, you need surprise. So
when I can tell every
that's probably my 0.5 right there. That probably puts it up because I had it as an 8 the whole time, and then just thinking about it a little bit more since this is maybe like an hour after we finished watching it. So okay, 8.5. I'm gonna agree with you.
All right,
very solid.
Very solid. All right, guys. Well, thanks for sticking around.
Thanks. We are out.
See you next time. Shit. I'm gonna put him on that shelf.
You can put him on that shelf?
You can help.